My face feels a little itchy here or so, but everything else seems fine. Hey, it's Kimberly and welcome back to my channel. Today is all about The Ordinary skincare. So I bought The Ordinary products about beginning of April. It is now well over into May, but I wanted to give a 1 month slash currently now at this day it is almost into 6 weeks of a skincare update on my face using just The Ordinary products. If you've never heard of The Ordinary, it's a skincare line that is sold at Sephora and elsewhere, of course, and it is very affordable. It's also vegan friendly, non-toxic, everything that matters most to me when I'm purchasing products, and I decided to purchase it on a whim. If you saw my last couple videos on skincare, it's been all about acne. I have acne and I was trying to get to the bottom of what was causing it. I got 4 items from The Ordinary, and what I want to tell you right off the bat is that you have to do your research. So I went on Sephora and I recommend that if you're interested in any of the products, take a moment to sit down and read through every single one of them. That's exactly what I did. I don't know anything about using these oils and AHAs and BHAs and all that kind of stuff. I don't know anything about that, but I knew that I wanted to educate myself. So I literally went onto the Sephora app and I looked at every single product that The Ordinary offered, and I read through each one, and it was very thorough. You can also go to their main website. I think it's called Deciem. It's like a skincare company, and just read through each one of them to find out what my main concerns were. So my main concerns with my skincare has been my acne scars, lightening them, and uneven skin tone and stuff like that. After around the 5-week mark, I went into the store in New York and I found out a bunch of really important information about how I was actually applying the products wrong and incorrectly, and I fixed that. So thankfully nothing major happened to my face, but it's really good to do your research and also to seek out advice if you have questions about products that you don't normally use. And these are, you know, they're chemicals, so you want to make sure. This is everything that I got. You'll see some footage throughout, but I'm going to go into the order in which I use them. So what I start off now with my skincare, and also, I just want to say that I use every one of these products except for the mask, but I use every one of these products every single day. I'm sorry, but that's impressive to me, because some of these, like, because you do have an order of a series and you do sometimes have to wait for it to kind of dry into the skin and stuff, that's a lot, especially if you're, you know, in a rush one day when you wake up, or you're super tired at night. I know these are all excuses, but it happens to me, so I'm just forewarning you. But there were days where I was like, oh, can I just skip it? And I was like, no, I don't want anything to get in the way of my results. I want to put my best foot forward and actually do all the work. I wash my face, and normally what I wash my face with is black seed oil soap. I mentioned that in my other videos that someone recommended it to me. I really like it. Almost every single day I've washed with black seed oil soap. Immediately following that, I go in with my toner. Most recent toner that I've been using is my apple cider vinegar mixed with tea tree oil. It's done great. I spray that on my face, and then I move on to the next thing, which is the first Ordinary skincare product, the Caffeine Solution 5% EGCG. It reduces the appearance of eye contour, pigmentation, and puffiness. It's the only one that I've never really looked at my eyes as like a major thing, like, oh, I have bags or whatever. But when I was on the Sephora site and reading everything, I started to do the thing where you look in the mirror and you're like, are there things wrong with my eyes? Like, should I get it? And so I have been using this for every single day, twice a day. It's very oily, as you see, and a little bit goes a long way. Swipe a little on one side and use it for both sides, as I'll show you. But I don't know if I've truly felt a difference. I was reading other people's reviews and they said they would see it in the moment and then not later on. Again, I don't think I have that much issues with my eyes per se, or the eye bags. I just know when I smile or whatever, like, they kind of go sunken in, and I just felt like, you know, maybe it's of interest to me. What you must not do, which I also heard on Alyssa Ashley's video, and it does make sense, is that you should not apply makeup right away after it. It'll just stick to it and it won't actually blend in. After I use the caffeine solution, I go in with the vitamin C. The vitamin C serum that I have is the ascorbic acid 8% and alpha arbutin 2%. So this is a water-free, stable solution. This one is very oily. You'll see in the very first video that I put so much on my face and then it basically will never blend in. So all you need is 3 drops, and you need to use sun protection in the AM. So I make sure that I use a moisturizer that has SPF in it. This is what the ascorbic acid one looks like. So it's watery, but it is an oil. So it's not too thick, it's in a good consistency. Now before I tell you where I went wrong with this one, I'll show you the next product that I use. So this is the Grand Active Retinoid 2% Emulsion. This one you only use at night, and they're really specific about their instructions. A small amount on your face at PM as part of your skincare regimen, after your water-based serums, but before your heavier treatments, which is basically like if in Korean skincare you have an emulsion, you would use that in between. So it's like as the products get heavier, you use it in the order from lightest serum to heaviest. So this is kind of in between. It does have a watery feel, but it also it is definitely heavier, and you must store this in a cool, dry place, so not in the sun. It's white, and this was the only one that I actually felt like had a scent to it. You may not like it. It kind of smells like, to me, if it smells sweet, but then also kind of milky. I don't mind the scent, but to other people, just beware that this one, the Retinoid, has a scent. So I use this now at night. When I went to the Ordinary's store, and I was telling the girl all that I was using and if I needed to purchase any more, because they're also so affordable, I was like, oh, do I need anything else? What should I add on? And she was like, you're fine, like you don't need anything else. And so I was telling her what I was using, and I was like, and then I go in with the vitamin C, and then I go in the Retinoid, and she was like, what? She was like, you should absolutely not be using the vitamin C and then going right in with the retinoid. She's like, I'm surprised your face hasn't like reacted to it. I was really shocked. So now what I use is I use this one only in the morning, the vitamin C one, and I use this one at night. I do not use them both together. I had no idea. From what I was reading, it just said that if it was water-based, you use it before and then you go in with your heavier one. So I was just doing from lightest to heaviest. But per her instructions, I've now been switching it. Nothing has changed with my face or whatever. But it is nice because before I would have to wait a really long time for this to dry before I would add this on. And then I would kind of lay back in my bed at night and feel like my face was kind of greasy. What I do notice is that when I wake up the next day after using this, my skin is so soft. I've noticed that the texture of my skin is much better. So where it used to be kind of raised, where I'd have old scars or bumps and stuff like that from using either one of these, but I think specifically this, I noticed an immediate difference. My face is now finally smooth, which is a rarity for me. The final thing that I got, this is AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution. It's a 10-minute exfoliating facial. pH is a 3.6. This one has a lot of extreme instructions. So what you want to do with this is you want to use it only 1 to 2 times a week. And it's supposed to be when your face is like absolutely dry. So after you wash your face, you pat it completely dry, absolutely completely dry. They literally stress that you don't want to have any water or anything like that on there. And then you put this on. So as you'll see in like my videos and stuff like that, this is kind of weird at first because it's a very dark red color. So I put it all over my face and I just kind of like drip it on, create like a thin layer. It definitely tingles. It tingled in certain spots, but it really is strict about 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, I literally look at a clock now and I try not to leave it on any longer because I don't know, these are chemicals. I want to be really careful with them. But my face has been doing really well. I usually use this 1 to 2 times a week and I look forward to it just because I know that this is kind of like, not an extreme thing, but this really is supposed to help exfoliate the skin and, you know, get to that new cell growth and renewing of the skin and all that. So I absolutely really love this. And I'd say that this is probably the one that I use the most of, so you can see that even after like 6 weeks, like this is how much is gone. So these bottles will last you like a couple months. So when I was in the store, the girl was kind of surprised where she's like, oh, you feel like you have results already? And I was like, yeah, I do. And it's been like a month or so. And she's like, you know, we'll keep going with it and all that. And by 3 months, I feel like I really will absolutely have a change. But as you can see from my past videos, like I don't have major cystic acne all over my face or anything like that. I still get some breakouts randomly. That's why I filmed this video so quick, because I was afraid my skin, because my period's coming up and I didn't want my skin to, you know, start breaking out and then be like, oh, this product's working. But like, as you can see, I have like a pizza face. But now I'm curious to see what will happen with my skin now that I do have these products and when I break out. So I'm expecting it like next week or so. Even when I used to be worried about wearing my makeup all the time or super long, I was curious if I was gonna have breakouts, but I don't. So I mean, I have like maybe like 1 or 2, but none of the big, like the cystic acne so far, knock on wood, is like long gone into the far distance. Can't really see it anymore. It's not a regular occurrence, and that was like my big thing. I love every one of these. They're great. I feel like my skin is finally doing much better. I am in fact going to continue using these products, and who knows, I might sprinkle stuff around it. I did just get brandless rose water toner, so I might see what that does. That is everything that I have for today. I am so happy to share with you my experience using The Ordinary skincare products. Comment down below if you have ever tried any of their products, what you love about them, etc., etc., and be sure to check out the description box. And also, if you are liking what you are seeing here and any of my other videos, feel free to check them out and also to subscribe and join my family. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.